Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades. It's the stock show coming at you Sundays weekly here from Florida. And I do want to welcome you today, wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Please, thank you. You are amazing. Tuning in on a Sunday. Well, maybe you're tuning in the next day on a Monday or a Tuesday, but you're still amazing just for tuning in, supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, if you're a regular of this channel, smash that like button. This helps, obviously, support the channel and get this out to more people. Links below in the description. I have the stocks tab in my cheat sheet in the description here, and you can get the stocks that I am trading, our entries and our exits, and we're going to see how we go with this, because right now we're printing money on our stock plays. So let's first of all jump into some news items, and then we're going to jump into the charts and look at how we're going with our cheat sheet. We already know Tesla has printed for the third time. We've been able to take profit on that trade. So first of all, I like this: how to stay poor. Nobody wants to learn, and sometimes learning how to grow wealth is learning what not to do. And if you save cash under the mattress, the government, hashtag debasement, would have not your basement, debasement. Okay, big difference. But if you save your cash in the basement, the government debasement would have stolen half of its value in 10 short years. Absolutely unbelievable. You're either working for money or your money is working for you. When they say that the poor work for money and the wealthy have money work for them. Okay, so I thought this was very interesting, and certainly just how not to stay poor. Okay, so certainly there's the antidote there. That's what not to do according to that chart. Just in China's stock market has gone parabolic this week after the government announced 140 billion stimulus and multiple rate cuts. This is the biggest weekly gain since 2008. So China has really injected a lot of money into their economy, and the global money supply just continues to print. And usually we see risk assets start to print as well. Stocks, Bitcoin, moving up nicely since the Fed cut the rates. I did like this. I'm going to play this. I thought this was really good. Just have a quick listen. So there you go. He's bullish. Everything. He's going all in. I thought that was interesting. And some of these, I saw the Alibaba chart, and certainly I mostly trade crypto, and I certainly missed that move, certainly on the Alibaba. If you caught the Alibaba, or if you're buying some of these Chinese stocks, hit me up below and let me know what kind of trades, some of your wins, what you've been trading, what your approach has been there. But we certainly see what David Tepper approach has been there. You can look at this on the squawk box there. I thought it was I'm not going to show the whole interview, but I thought it was quite fascinating, quite good there. Certainly MicroStrategy has been printing, and they just keep buying more Bitcoin. They just keep going up. It's up 44% in 20 days. It's gained 11 billion in market cap and is now worth 33 billion. He's going to buy some more Bitcoin. We're going to look at the MicroStrategy charts soon. That's been another great win for us on our stock trading cheat sheet portfolio. 45-year-old trend line has just been tested for the third time on gold. This is either top or it's about to go parabolic. Have you been taking the gold trade? I don't have gold in the stocks cheat sheet there. And so if you have been, tell me about your gold trade. When did you get in? When are you taking profits? And how are you trading gold, or is gold in your portfolio? Certainly, if there is a break and retest of this, and this was September 24th, actually, so I'm kind of doing a bit of a run of the week news that's been. So some of these events might have happened a few days ago, but because I only do the stocks show on a weekly basis, I'm kind of just doing a summary of the week that I collect and put forward in here. I mostly want to look at the charts, just really touch on some of the big moves, but this is big. Gold making some big moves here. And then we have NVIDIA stock soars after CEO Jensen Huang is reportedly done selling stock. Or is he? We don't know, but it seems like he is. And it's now trading at a 3-week high back above 120. We're going to check that out in the charts in a moment. And then Elon Musk is very bullish. And so 260, 261, that was our take profit. Juicy. We have some other take profit levels. Let's see if that gets hit between now and I believe it's October 11th. Your Tesla can now drive itself through your complex parking lots to find you. I need this, people. I need this. True story at Disney World the other day with my kids. Usually my wife is there, but she was not able to make that particular time. She'll definitely be coming next time, but we couldn't find the car. And I had to flag down a very helpful Disney World person rolling around in a golf cart, jumping in, and we trekked around looking for the car. I was like beeping everywhere. This is what I need right here. This is for me right here. It's this here. But if this comes out big on October 11th, it might not be a sell the news event. It could really, we could really just push on with that. Eventually, I do see a pullback happening, but I think people are thinking, wow, I don't want to sell now before this robo-taxi event happens. So this will be interesting to see what plays out. All right, we're going to look at the charts. I'm going to jump into, first of all, the SPY has been SPY here, and we're going to go to our cheat sheet so we can check out what's been going on there. So we've been adding Apple 195, 210, 220 there, and at the moment for Apple, the SPY. Let's jump the SPY first. The SPY, we got our first take profit level at 560, so we're at 570. So nothing really there. We're just waiting to see if we're going to print higher to take more profits on that. Apple at 227. So there was an opportunity last week. I should show this in weekly candles, shouldn't I? Here, but a week ago here, we were still in the buy zone. So you could have collected some Apple in my last show still. Now we're out of the buy zone. Of course, you could buy some at 227, or if it comes back to 220, but certainly the risk reward isn't as great. Okay, there with Apple, but we are humming on that trade. Certainly there with Apple, and we're looking at that 265 target to the upside. Amazon, our last entry there with Amazon was 180, and again, I believe about a week ago. Where were we? We're still in the buy zone about a week ago, but we're actually coming back. We went up. Did we hit our take profit zone there at about 195? Where do we have that? We have it at 200, so it didn't quite get there. Did it? It didn't quite get there. And look, you may have taken profits early. I'm not opposed to taking a little profit early off the table. Certainly, I'm not always just locked in and saying, oh, it has to hit 2. As you can see up here in this area here, 200, we just didn't get there. It may give us another opportunity if we come back to this 180 zone. I would look to load up some more Amazon and then look to be able to take more profits at that level. Certainly, I wasn't paying attention to this one, and it didn't hit my sell zone, obviously, of 200. I might have grabbed some profits there, certainly, but yeah. The Amazon trade is still good, and we're still up on that Amazon trade. So that if you manage to take some profits, great. If not, I'll be looking to add some bags to the table there. We have ASTS, and I think we're back in the buy zone for ASTS, yes, at 25. So if you didn't manage to get the original pump on this and take some profits off the table on this, certainly though, I would urge some caution because we did break under the 50-day moving average there at 25. And so certainly, just to be cautious there, I'm just going to keep, while the stock market is bullish, I'm going to keep adding to the ASTS position that I have. And we already took some profit there at $40. And now we're coming all the way back to $25. This is a gift for me to be able to pick some up a little bit low at this price. And let's see if we can ride it back and get a second dig there at the $40 range. Now, Coinbase, we're buying 160 through to 200 there on Coinbase, and we are still in the buy zone. So this is really, in a week's time, are we going to come back here and we've just broken the 200 on the daily, and we've closed above it, but we're under the 50-day moving average. We could wait for confirmation, a pullback, successful retest, get in at about 195, and then we'll be off to the races on this one. Certainly, we've been accumulating all the way up here. We're still in the accumulation zone. So far right now, this is the only one that's in current accumulation. Last week, we had Apple was in accumulation. You could have picked some up some more then. You would have made some money. Okay, and now Coinbase is the one that is still in the accumulation. And ASTS is obviously still in the accumulation, but I like the Coinbase setup more. So if I was going to pick one over the other, if you don't have enough liquidity to cover all this, I would definitely be looking at this Coinbase one here. I might even highlight this yellow here. We've still got an opportunity here for Coinbase there. And then the next one we have on here is Google. And Google gave this trade, and we were on the break of the 200 EMA. Gave this trade back here a couple of weeks ago. We've been doing the stock show now for a couple of weeks. So if you took that trade, you would have been all the way up here. Now what we're seeing is a break and a retest of the 50-day moving average. So a successful retest here, and we should see some more upside. We may get a second bite to get back in the trade at about 158 there with Google. So Google right now is a certainly still in the zone. We're still a buy for Google. So this is still a buy right now for Google. If you still want to jump in on Google, you can certainly see either in pre-market trading when the market opens, if we do get a successful retest of this, or if it does actually break down below. But certainly for Google here, this can be still a good entry. All right, the next one we have now is Meta. And Meta, come down here. Oh, we lost Meta. Where did Meta go? Oh, we're jumping around here all over the place. Let's jump in over on this chart over here, and let's look at our Meta chart under stocks, and we'll open it up here for you. So we're up at 567, and with Meta we got in at 460 and 435. So we're still tracking. That's a winning trade. We already took profit there, and then we're just continuing to head up there for Meta. Not much to see there. MicroStrategy is the next one on our list. And how are we going with MicroStrategy? It looks like, yeah, absolutely crushing that trade. Unbelievable trade so far. We're up to where we broke. Look what happens when you break this 200 EMA, and then when they're together like this too. When you often find they're together, it's just such a good buying opportunity. Like this, when we're in a trend that just breaks through one, breaks through the other, and off to the races there. So with MicroStrategy, we had the entry at 120 and 130. So we've got an average there about 115. And we did we get that first take profit level? We absolutely did on the MicroStrategy trade. So and we're starting to fill this in green. This is what's really exciting, that you can see that all these trades that I've given you, and since this cheat sheet went live, these are the ones that we filled. So all the orange ones here, these are what price came down to. We didn't get these levels. We didn't get these buys. We didn't come into these levels, so they're not filled. So these are the levels that we have come into, and these are still ones that are available for trading. Obviously, this one here, about $25 right now. That's still an entry there. I do like Coinbase the best so far out of all the ones that we've looked at today. I like that one. It has a good setup. We can get a retest there of that moving average on the market open, that would be great. But you can see now we're in profit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 because we've had take profit 3 times on Tesla on our Tesla trade. That's been our best trade that we've been able to do so far. So MicroStrategy is absolutely crushing it there. Certainly, is there an opportunity to get back in on this trade? Yeah, let's have a look here on the daily here. Yeah, we're quite far from these moving averages here at 144. I mean, certainly, we could come back here and it's just more risky. But certainly, these are the longer term swing trades. These are not the little day trades where we get in and out. Certainly, there'll be options and positions all the time to do that. But this is not what the stock portfolio is about. What I'm looking at doing, I don't want to be buying up here, okay, for the stock portfolio. Identify the local bottoms, which I've done for you guys here. As you can see, local bottom, if you'd bought when I put this cheat sheet out, and this been going for a couple of weeks, the stock show, then you would be in huge profit on MicroStrategy there. A huge move of about $55 to the upside. And that's what it's all about. People go, oh, can I still get in? Well, you can if you're just in and out day trade with a stop loss. This is all about growing wealth and accumulating wealth and growing your stocks portfolio, okay? You can see how we're methodically making this happen. And what you'll see as this plays out, number one is we've got all these buys here, and then we have these sells. And now when we get a big correction or a dip to the downside, I will re-add new entries here, and we rinse, repeat, all the way through. And I've been doing this now for years and have successfully, this strategy has been very successful in the stock market for myself. And so this is what I'm sharing here. Of course, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only, okay? Says the great Maximus Decimus Meridius. He says, are you not entertained? These profits should be entertaining you. Unless you didn't get in on these buys, and then maybe it's not as entertaining for you. But look, you can catch them the next time. And there are some buys still here. Coinbase is still a buy, okay? Google is still in the buy zone. Not as good if you got it down here at 150 where I gave it to you, but it's still in the buy zone there, of course. So, yeah, so MicroStrategy. Let's move on here to Microsoft and Microsoft Corporation, and we have Microsoft here coming back. So 428, where are we with Microsoft here? 420, so we're coming back to that first entry. Do need to be careful here because I do see a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern happening here. And so we could see a fairly big breakdown. So if this feels a little bit as an aggressive entry here, then certainly down here at 409 could be a bit entry. Obviously, this may not play out. We'd have to break the neckline. So you just want to put a bit of a stop loss on this one maybe, but this is certainly one a little bit more of a risky trade because we do have that head and shoulders pattern there, and certainly a break below. A break below the 200 EMA is quite bearish for me anyway, and so certainly keep an eye on this one. We gave the trade at Microsoft at 400 420, so the average was 410. So we did get some big moves to the upside there to 440. It didn't quite hit our take profit of 470, but of course you might have taken profit on that one if your position size was large enough and you wanted to take some profit on the way up to that 470 level. But certainly on here, if we can look and see, we haven't quite hit that take profit level there for Microsoft, but we certainly, this was quite a bullish pattern here. We've got a low and then we've got a higher low. We've got a WW bottom there. And then, as soon as we retested here, that's the trade. Boom, right there. Ride that up, break through the 50-day moving average. Now we're coming back. It'll be interesting to see. This could be a place to enter the trade at 420 and see if we get a successful retest off here. If we don't, then I wouldn't enter the trade there. I would wait till we get down the 200 EMA at 409. If we get a successful retest off there, then that would be a place to enter the trade. But just remember a stop loss there, because if we do break below the neckline here, this head and shoulders could play out, and there could be some big downside to Microsoft. So there's an opportunity there, but there's also a little bit of risk with Microsoft. Okay, NVIDIA absolutely crushed that. We got back to 140. We got back in the trade, and have we managed to hit our 140 again on NVIDIA? Let's see if we were able to do that here with NVIDIA. Not yet. We got up to 127. We got up to 127 on NVIDIA, so we didn't quite get there. However, we could get, if you missed that trade around 116, I added more here. I added more on a successful retest of the 50-day moving average. So I added to the NVIDIA bags. If we come back down again on another successful retest, I'll add some more there. Certainly, and if we do certainly don't have a successful retest, I'll wait and I won't add more here. I'll look to add more down in this $95 to $100 region, but certainly we're looking for that 140, 135, 140. I may just adjust that on the sheet here. Certainly we could get back up to that 135 to 140 level on NVIDIA, and that would be our second take profit for NVIDIA, and we'd love to have the other trades catch up to our Tesla trade, which is absolutely crushing it. Okay, let's look at Palantir here, 36. So that's not doing too badly there. Entry 31 and then 25. We're at 36 here. So we're on our way. So we got that one entry, and that was it. And if we come down again here, I'll be adding here. We only got that one entry, and then we're trucking on our way to 45. So let's see if that plays out as we would like it to. And then we covered the SPY, and then we're going to look at SoundHound and SoundHound, which we already took profit on as well. That's been a great trade. Our SoundHound trade, 478 right now. So it looks as though we've lost the 50-day moving average, and so we might be able to get back into this trade, because where were we at 434 down there, 478. Let's have a quick look at Sound, and we managed to take profit at 585. So we haven't quite come back to the level of 434, have we yet? No, we're not. We're quite some way away from that. And this is down around the 200 EMA on the daily. So that would be the first place to re-enter this trade. Or if we break back above this and have a successful retest, there is a more risky option there. There's a bit of a gap there, but there's a more risky option there around $4.80. I'm not going to take that trade, just to be transparent with you. I like to really buy the bargains down here, and I'd be waiting for $4.35, and we already got a win on that trade there at 585. We took profit on there. And then Tesla, which has absolutely been smashing it, just our last trade here, Tesla 260. And so this was our first take profit level here on Tesla. Can lock in some profits. I mean, this has been incredible, because we managed to take the profit up here first, came back, got back in, managed to take profit at 230, came back, got back in, and then we're up at 260 there. So this is our third win here, 260 and 260. So this is I don't know how best to display this, but this is winning here. This is our third time of going back and coming back up again. And this is how I accumulate stocks without spending any extra money. I've got more Tesla, I've got more Sound, I've got more NVIDIA, I've got more of all of these, and they just continue to grow as the stock market goes up. I buy the fear, I buy the blood in the streets, I buy the local bottoms. That is what I've done, is I've identified these local bottoms on these stocks. Look how I've done it right here, and it's hit them beautifully. Beautiful entries there, and then we've managed to bring most of these up. And I mean, this one was really close. Really close that getting up to that 470. Didn't quite get there, and certainly Google is on its way up there. But the only opportunities really right now is, on some of those other stocks that I put, NVIDIA might give us a little bit of a retest there to jump in again. But there's not a lot available right now, so I'm not FOMOing in. I'm not jumping in. I already set myself up when people were fearful and selling, and now when people are FOMOing in, I'm taking profit. So, I sell those. I distribute on the green candles and I accumulate on the big red candles, the big drops, the big corrections there that we have on the stock market. And I don't get completely out of these positions, by the way. I'm just taking profit on the way up. And sometimes I do sell completely out of a position, by the way, but not often. I do, if I see that a stock is really topping out and I feel, man, I've already taken a lot of profits on the way, sometimes I do completely sell out of the position and it's worked out great. But more often than not, I'm just taking profit here. And then if it keeps going up, I'll take profit there. And if it keeps going up, I'll take profit here. If Tesla keeps going up, I'll take profit at 315. If it keeps going up, I'll take profit at 375. I haven't completely closed out of the trade. And then as we come all the way back down, then I reaccumulate these levels. Now, these levels can change, of course. I'll add new levels there once we start getting some kind of correction or drawback in the market when that does happen. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep writing this up, and I may end up putting TP4 and TP5 and TP6. We don't know. With all this injection from China, we just don't know how much this market is going to run up. So I will keep this up to date with what I'm doing. I will continue to add the areas that we're taking profit. I will continue to keep, these are still all relevant, okay? I'm not changing any of these at all. NVIDIA at 115, yeah, that's still relevant. I showed you on the sheet there was an entry there. And certainly, so if there is a pullback there, certainly those where I will add more to the position. And if we just keep going up, I'll just keep taking profits off the table. And that whenever I'm in profit, I'm just taking that off the table. And then as we continue to go up, and when the move is exhausted, I should have sold a lot and taken a lot of good profits on the stocks. And then I either will close out the position completely or I'll just hold a little bit left for it to keep going, just in case there's a little bit more to eke out there. You never know what may happen. And then I just reaccumulate on those big pullbacks that we have. And we had one, we had the yen cash carry trade. Oh my gosh, that was just a gift. And that gave us entries on a lot of these and gave us re-entries on some of these. And so, I want to encourage you, just to don't let the government debase your money in your basement. Don't let them be the debasers of your basement, the debasement of the basement. Certainly, and I obviously I don't have all of my cash in investments or whatever. I'm not, definitely not. I don't believe that what that article was saying, and I certainly wasn't saying that. But it certainly does go to show that educating yourself and investing and making wise investment decisions can really help you in the future. And this is a bigger picture portfolio for me. I've had different people talk to me about this via YouTube. And please, any questions that you have, feel free. I look to get back to those as quickly as I'm able to. And I also really, really do appreciate all the people that leave such kind and generous, encouraging comments. You take the time to do that out of your day, and that really does mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. And I will keep working hard for you and for, of course, me and my family to really grow the stocks portfolio. I'm going to be excited to look back in 3, 6, 12, 18 months as how much we've been able to grow this portfolio here. And if I add any stocks there, I'll certainly add them into here, any new trades or anything like that. But of course, as always, until the next episode, which is going to be Monday morning, I have my daily crypto show with 6 days a week and my daily altcoin show that's been going 6 days a week. And you can see we've been crushing all of our swing trades. We're not quite into the where we're taking a lot of hodl profits in the bull run, but we've been actually smashing the swing trades on from the crypto side of it. And so those shows are coming up tomorrow. And until then, happy trading.